Let's wrestle Dave Brown right along ringside. And by golly, we got it going today. I'll tell you what, we got a super championship wrestling program, Davey.
Some kind of opener today. The Bounty Hunters will be in here. They'll have manager Jimmy Kent with them. They'll be going against Koko, Ware, and Jerry the King Lawler in the opening tag team match of the day. Ron Sexton, David Price to go against the Japanese team of Mr. Onita and Masa Fuchi. And then it's going to be the Superstar and the Dream Machine teaming up to go against the Turk and El Toro in the expiration of time match.
Really? I mean, well, I'll tell you. Plus the fact we've got ourselves a Southern Tag Team Championship match that I think you'll be interested in seeing. We also have some additional information and footage on the Jimmy Hart saga, which we'll be bringing you up to date on. Better get going because we got a lot to do. We'll be back in just a moment. We mentioned a moment ago that we got another chapter of the interesting story of the Jimmy Hart saga. There's no question about it, whether you like him or not. Hart has become a major influence in professional wrestling. And his vicious and sometimes very physical battle with Jerry Lawler has led to some interesting situations. Jimmy Hart, another chapter was added when Jerry Lawler successfully got rid of another set of your particular wrestlers in there. So I want to find out your reaction to it.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Lance. You know, at the first part of this week, I was so happy because in professional wrestling, like music, sometimes when you have things happen to you like a gold record or winning the Southern title or winning the World Championship matches, it means everything in the world to you. And this week, if they can get a close-up of this right here, there was an article that came out in this wrestling magazine, and it was the greatest thrill of the life for me to have my picture on it. It was like maybe in music having your picture on Rolling Stone, you know. But it doesn't mean much to me anymore for the simple fact that, well, y'all laugh. Go ahead. Hey, I don't blame you. Go ahead. That's okay. Hey. But the truth of the matter is this, is that I'm out here today to tell Jerry Lawler that I'm finished. You set out to do what you wanted to do. You wanted to get me out of professional wrestling. Well, that's exactly what you've done, because I admit I'm only 150 pounds and there's no way I can defeat you. Every week I go to the ring and I see these people, they love Lawler. They stand up for Lawler. They cheer him. My family, I come home, I put them through all kind of abuse at school, everything. And I realize that. And like I said, hey, that's okay. Hey, I understand. I understand. But the point I'm trying to say, I had Handsome Jimmy. He defeated Handsome Jimmy.
Uptown.
That's right. Last week he defeated the Angel and Gypsy Joe. Everybody I've tried to bring in, Lawler has defeated.
Wayne Ferris.
Wayne Ferris. Everybody. So I'm just out here to tell you, Lawler, like I said, I'm through, and I'm going to miss going to all the places. And the only thing I can say is you are a better man than Jimmy Hart. And I just want to tell the people that I'm sorry for a lot of things that I've done. And that's all I've got to say.
Okay, well, we appreciate the information. We had seen Jimmy Hart through a lot of trials and tribulations. We've seen him when he's been extremely jubilant, and you see him. It's very difficult for a wrestling manager who has nobody to manage to do much, and you heard it from Jimmy Hart. Let's take a look at the action that took place when Jerry Lawler put it on the line. He agreed to sign with Jimmy Hart, which would have changed the whole career for Hart, in the event that the Angel and Gypsy Joe had beaten him. Otherwise, if he beat one of them, then they both leave town. Let's take a look at that action as it took place. Stipulations, 1 fall, 60. Both men have the privilege of being in the ring. If Lawler is able to pin one of them, then the team has agreed to leave town. If they beat Lawler, then Lawler has agreed in writing that he will sign a managerial contract with Jimmy Hart. Gypsy Joe on the outside snaps Lawler's bad leg into the ring apron. Lawler picks Joe up, bounces him off the concrete. Nice leg dive by Lawler. Drops on the Angel, and here comes Gypsy Joe with a plank off the step. The referee gets in between. Lawler zings a right hand. Tries to take the board away from the referee and does. He nails Joe with the board again. And Gypsy Joe vanished to the floor by that blistering paddle. And referee Jerry Calhoun takes it away. One on each arm, a legal double team. Double backdrop. Lawler bounces off the canvas hard. And he gets out of the way. The Angel nails Gypsy Joe. Lawler grabs that glove. The Angel over. Lawler coming up off the rope. Nails him. 1, 2. And Gypsy Joe drops on him. Lawler's got both of them. 2, 3, got him. Boy, I'll tell you, that was some exciting moment.
That was pitiful out there.
All right. Hey. I might have known. Come on, you're the winner.
That had to go down as the funniest thing that I've seen on this TV since your nose, Lance. Jimmy Hart, let me ask you a question. Do you actually think that you can come out here and stand in front of these cameras and all of these people and all of the people that are home watching and let a little tear run down your face and get some sympathy? Is that what you think, you little weasel? We are sick and tired, and everybody's had it up to here with you, Hart. Oh, you were a big shot when you had all these big, tough men to manage, but now that you don't have them anymore, now that they've all been run out of town, you're not so hot, are you, Hart? Well, let me tell you something. I don't feel sorry for you, and I don't think anybody out here feels sorry for you. We're sick of you, and we're glad to see you gone, baby. You want to cry on this a while, Lance?
No, I don't want to cry on any of it. Just making comment about the fact passing of an era, and Jimmy Hart comes out here, cries uncle, and the King just left. We got the King in action. We're going to be looking for him in just a moment. Back into action here in Wave Country's Championship Wrestling. By golly, I'll tell you what, Tuesday night sometime. And let me make this comment right now. You got to stay tuned, see the rest of Championship Wrestling here to fully understand the entire thing, because a special added match has been put in the Louisville Gardens on Tuesday night that'll have Jerry the King Lawler and the superstar Bill Dundee going against the Turk and El Toro with Jimmy Hart at ringside. Billy, I'm glad that one's going to be in Louisville.
That's right, Lance, and I'm just glad I'm on the King's side now. I know, because I've done this a couple of years back. Jerry Lawler and I had his differences, and when you make him mad, he'll stop at no lengths to beat you. I know. He shaved my head one time, so I wouldn't be the Turk and El Toro and Jimmy Hart for nothing. When you make the King mad, brother, you got a fight on your hands. There'll be no wrestling matches. When the bell rings, he doesn't come out to wrestle you. He's as likely to have a chain, a baseball bat, or anything. But there's one thing about the King, Hart, that's different from you. He'll tell you up front what he's going to do. Toro and Turk, I wouldn't be you for nothing, Jack.
Well, you're going to see it coming up Tuesday night in there when the King and the superstar get together.
You know, the people, and I just saw Hart out here with tears running down his face and saying, I'm a better man. Hart is as phony as a get-well card from an undertaker. I know that. Let me tell you something, Hart. If you think you're going to get any sympathy from me now, you are badly mistaken. Now, you run this Turk and this El Toro in. You've got 2 more idiots to sign their name to one of your contracts. You've got 2 more jerks to manage for a while. Well, let me tell you something. You're not going to have them after Tuesday night. That's a promise. We're going to beat their brains out. And Hart, you're going to be at ringside, and I will get you before the night's over.
Tell you one thing. It'll be double duty for both the superstar and the King, and I'll tell you the entire card a little bit later. don't you dare walk away, because you're going to see what happens with Hart and Turk and El Toro coming up. And you'll understand the special added match for Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens, where it is really going to be some kind of action that you won't want to miss. Make your plans right now to be out there, catch it all, and see the entire card coming up Tuesday night. Okay, back to the ring, David. I think we're ready for the official introductions on our bout here on Championship Wrestling.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Total weight of 529 pounds on the left of your screen with their manager, Jimmy Kent. The Bounty Hunters from Tombstone Territory. On the right of your screen, 451 pounds total weight. From Union City, Tennessee, Koko Ware. His partner from Memphis, Tennessee, Jerry the King Lawler. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, there's the introductions, and we're about ready for the action. We have one large team of the Bounty Hunters. They are always contenders, have been the Southern Tag Champs, and they still would like to have those belts. Be a big win today if they could put it over Jerry the King Lawler and Koko Ware.
That is David Novak starting for the Bounty Hunters. Jerry Lawler telling referee Jerry Calhoun, while you're at it, give Jimmy Kent a warning. Tell him to stay in that chair. Referee does so. The King backed onto the rope. Oh, Bounty Hunter swings a right fist. But Lawler showed him he's going to get away with it. He answered with the same thing, a big right hand, and David Novak down on the floor. Up on the apron now.
Lawler stunned him over to Koko. Koko added one in there for good keeping, too.
Novak back in the ring. The Bounty Hunters, Jerry and David Novak. Right in the center of the ring. Little test. Bounty Hunter with the foot. Lawler returns the favor and then pops him down with the right fist. Jerry warned about it by referee Jerry Calhoun. We're a minute and a half into the action. First match of the day. One fall, 15-minute time limit. One of those we've been looking forward to all week.
Boy, you betcha. And that expiration of time match that we've got coming up, too. Dundee and the Dream against the Turk and El Toro.
Bounty Hunters make an exchange. This is Jerry Novak. Jerry, the younger but bigger of the two Bounty Hunters. Both of them huge. I think Jerry weighs in at about 279. Uh-oh, Lawler trapped in between them, back on the rope. He moves out of the way. Jerry Novak planted a foot in his brother David Novak in the midsection. Lawler puts him on the mat. Working him over with the right hand while the referee's back is turned. The King waits as the Bounty Hunters make an exchange. Lawler started, been in there all the way. 2.5 minutes gone. Now, Lawler with a side headlock takes Novak over to the corner, makes the tag on Koko Ware. Koko goes with a headlock. Novak backs him into the rope. Off the way, but a shoulder butt by Koko. And whoops. Quick reversals there. Look at the speed. Novak and Koko Ware. Koko ends up with a headlock. Novak still
right on him, isn't he?
Yeah, Novak still squirming. Got him in the air. Koko hangs on. Takes the Bounty Hunter to the mat. Shoulders down briefly. Referee Jerry Calhoun about to start the count. There he does start it as Novak let both the shoulders drop to the mat. The Bounty Hunters make a tag. Here's Jerry Novak. Koko grabs a headlock as he comes in. Fired into the rope. But with a foot, he puts him on the mat. Down is 1, 2. Koko's shoulders roll down to the mat by the Bounty Hunter. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. pulling the tight, so the referee did not allow the count. Koko goes into the rope, nails David Novak out on the apron, then grabs a headlock and takes Jerry Novak down to the mat. That would brought Jimmy Kent out of his chair. Boy, he was screaming about something. Unhappy at the treatment the bounty hunters were receiving from one Koko Ware. Koko buggy whipped into the ropes. Koko battling, trying to get back up on his feet. He does so. David Novak, the bounty hunter, drives him back down to his knees over the right hand. Koko got his feet out from under him. Heads for the corner. The bounty hunter keeps him away from the tag. Upper arm as Koko is coming off the ropes. Bounty hunter slammed him into the turnbuckle, right in the corner. They make a tag. Koko drives his way over to the corner. And here comes the King back again. Lawler taking on both of them. Their heads meet. I guess they had a meeting of the minds here.
You can say that.
Going for the leg. Working on the left leg of Jerry Lawler. Right at the knee.
Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to push him back before he came down on the leg, but that's a big man to be pushing.
They got that knee, they got that leg wrapped around the rope. 5.5 minutes gone. 5.5 minutes into a one-fall 15-minute time limit match. Jerry Lawler being worked over by the bounty hunters. David Novak in the ring. Lawler reaches back, battled his way out of the corner. Look out. Jerry Novak trying to sneak in from behind. Referee Jerry Calhoun sends him back outside. Lawler makes a tag on Koko. Whoa! Koko flips the bounty hunter right in the center of the ring and puts a stretch on his neck. Koko backed him into the ropes. Sets up the drop kick. He didn't get a real good one, as a matter of fact. Oh, he missed that one altogether. Novak waited for him to go for the drop kick again, and Koko missed it. He's body slammed. He's thrown more than just a body slam. The other bounty hunter in there. 6 minutes, 45 seconds gone. Koko Ware, after a drop kick that almost missed and then one that missed completely, finds himself in trouble. Jerry Lawler in. No tag made. He nails the bounty hunter for good measure anyway. Bounty hunters make an exchange. They didn't tag. But then neither did the King, so I guess they figure it's even. That's David Novak firing Koko into the rope. Backdrop. And the upper arm as the bounty hunter drops on Koko Ware. Koko still battling. He fired that right hand to the midsection. He knows what he needs to do is get over to the corner, get a tag. He's not in very good position to do that right now. Jimmy Kent from outside. Yeah, you can see his arm in there. Referee sending Lawler back out. Meanwhile, the pile driver by the bounty hunters on Koko Ware.
Referee was over trying to get Lawler out of the ring, and the bounty hunters took advantage of it as they pile drive Koko. Slammed him down in there.
He does get the tag, though, and here comes Lawler. 8 minutes into the action. Lawler working on Jerry Novak of the bounty hunters. Look out, Jimmy Kent up on the apron. If the referee sees it, that ought to do it. Lawler throws him into the ring.
Ring the bell, he said.
And that is going to be it. Disqualification for interference.
Oh, look out!
Turk and Toro jumping in with Jimmy Hart.
And there he is, back again, Hart. Oh, he nails Lawler with a cane.
Hart, the Turk and Toro. jumping all over Jerry Lawler after the match was over. They came running in from outside.
Hey, come on, let's get somebody in here.
Lawler battling back. He's having to take on about 5 of them.
He's swinging all the way around.
Boy.
Let's get this stopped, though. It's all over there. Okay.
Well, the dressing room empties, and look out. Watch them scatter. There they go. Dundee, David Price, Dream Machine. Disqualification on the Bounty Hunters and Jimmy Kent. So Lawler and Koko are going to win it officially.
And Hart right back in there, busted him up with that cane.
You tell Hart, or I'll tell him. I'm going to get you and those 2 scums. I'll get them, believe me.
Jerry Lawler going back to administer to the head. They're trying to help Koko out of here. They popped that pile driver on him. And Jerry, who was hit with the cane of Jimmy Hart, oh boy, that was a short-lived retirement for Hart. Right back in. We're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment.
Has been involved in a couple of matches with the Funk brothers, Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk, and we want to show you just a little bit of that action right now.
Up above the ring, hanging in what Lawler called the best seat in the house, is manager Jimmy Hart, who is responsible for Funk being in here. He's the one that brought him in. Dory Jr. zipping him to the midsection. He really uncrossed his eyes with that one. Boy, what a vicious one, and Lawler connects with a right. They're trading the licks. Dory back down and out of the ring again. This time Lawler connects with him. Dory misses a right, takes a right. What a brawl. And Lawler rattles him right off the table. Dory roared back in, but Lawler caught him with a right. Hart kicking, screaming up there. Over the shoulder, and Lawler's got him down. He's bouncing Dory Jr. all over that ring. And Lawler fired into the referee. Poor Jerry Calhoun, he was hit earlier on a flying press from Dundee. Hart, from his pocket, drops a chain down to Dory Jr. And Dory bristles one off the head of Lawler. He covers him, but the referee's still down. Funk goes over and rolls Calhoun over. There's a cover. 1, 2, and Lawler kicks it. He has really been roughed up in a match. 1, 2. Funk with both feet up on the road is caught. The count stops at 2. And down goes Calhoun. Comes Hart in with his helmet on. Hart missing Lawler. He was going to hit him with a helmet. Disqualification on Funk at 17-15.
Ooh, boy, that was some kind of brawl, both of them, as a matter of fact, in there, Madura and Terry Funk. We've got more action. We'll be looking at the Japanese team of Mr. Onita and Masa Fuchi and Tojo Yamamoto coming up in just a moment.
Only part of it. You got more action to come, and don't miss the rest of this particular program, my friend. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens. Want to tell you the entire card because there is that special added match we've already talked about on the card. The Turk and Toro with Jimmy Hart. Yep, you'll see it right now coming up. Going against Koko, Ware, and Roy Rogers. Then Tojo Yamamoto against Vinny Romeo. A Southern Heavyweight title match when Dutch Mantel with Jimmy Hart at ringside will be challenging for the AWA Southern Heavyweight title against Jerry the King Lawler. The big main event, a Southern Tag Team Championship match when Bill Dundee, the superstar, and the Dream Machine go against Mr. Onita and Masa Fuchi with Tojo Yamamoto at ringside. And then that special added match that you'll understand a little bit better in just a moment or two when Jerry the King Lawler and Bill Dundee team it together to go against the Turk and Toro with Hart at ringside.
This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total of 418 pounds on the right of your screen. From Knoxville, Tennessee, Ron Sexton. And from Memphis, Tennessee, David Price. Going against them at a total weight of 450 pounds with their manager, Tojo Yamamoto, the Japanese team of Mr. Onita from Nagasaki and Masa Fuchi from Hiroshima. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Your referee, Jerry Calhoun.
And I assume that the people noticed what was around the waist of the Japanese team of Onita and Fuchi, the AWA Southern Tag Championship belts. We'll have more on that story a little bit later on. Tojo Yamamoto, who is handling all of the business affairs, the management, and so forth for this new Southern Tag Team Championship team, out of the ring, holding the Japanese flag. The referee trying to get across to him, get one of them out of there. Ron Sexton is the man who will be starting across the way. We are ready Bell time. We just did it.
Ron Sexton starting against Masa Fuchi. Sexton fired into the rope. Whoa, pulled it up. Put the Japanese down. Ron Sexton out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Look at it go. Japanese team, holders of the AWA Southern Tag Team Championship. Well, boy, Ron Sexton moving them both around the ring. Fuchi made a tag, and that's Mr. Onita in there. Ron Sexton looking good. Whoop, backed onto the ropes by Mr. Onita. Sexton drops to the mat and takes Mr. Onita down. Mr. Onita winking his fingers across the eyes. Ron Sexton. Sexton backed into a corner. Now fighting his way out of there. Mr. Onita grabbing for the eyes again. Both the Japanese double teaming Ron Sexton. We're about a minute into the action. Double team by Masa Fuchi and Mr. Onita. Fuchi stays in there as Onita leaves after the tag. Sexton into the air, body slam. Fuchi calling for a knee from Mr. Onita. He got it. He slammed Sexton's head into it. Minute and a half gone. Boy, the Japanese team all over Ron Sexton. Sexton started fast. Japanese team. Whoa, reversal by Sexton. Backdrop. There's a tag on David Price. Onita fired into the ropes. He holds on. We are now 2 minutes into the action. 2 minutes. The end of this one fall 15-minute time limit match. Oh, vicious chop by Mr. Onita. And David Price hits the mat. Onita calmly stepped over to the ring and made the tag on Masa Fuchi, his partner. Fuchi with that big chop right across the back. Kicks David Price down to the mat. Right into the turnbuckle. Head popped that top one. Price into the rope there. Chopped by Fuchi. A cover. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Masa Fuchi, Mr. Onita. Gonna walk away here with a win. Tojo Yamamoto, you see, with the rising sun flag down on the floor. Sexton and Price gave it a good go. Sexton especially impressive early on in the match. But just too much Japanese team of Onita and Fuchi. And it all wraps up with them winning it in 2 minutes, 51 seconds.
And they are a rough team.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they just work great together, and they really punish those guys. Woo! Hey, they obviously had to be pretty good if they were able to upset the team of the Superstar and the Dream Machine for the Southern Tag Team belts.
They didn't waste any time from coming into the area. All of a sudden, they're Southern Tag champions.
Yamamoto, in his sometimes irritable way, indicated to us they're the best he had seen, and he may have something. Let's take a look at how that particular tag championship went. Onita in. Those heavy chops. Went for double pressure point this time. Over the shoulder. But Onita grabs the leg of Dundee and keeps him from tagging the Dream. Dundee banged right in the mouth as Onita really caught him hard, and Billy sinks to his knees on the floor. Big Dream comes around, and the referee starts the count, rolls Billy back in, but Onita comes in too quick. Now Dundee is back under the ropes and in the ring again. Fuchi from behind and Onita from the front. Boy, they got Billy going. Dundee hammers him on the turnbuckles, falls backward. And Onita grabs the trunks to keep him from getting to the corner. Dundee almost a body scissors, but he's wide open to Fuchi's attack. He slipped in at the 15-minute mark with 45 minutes to go. Bill takes a double-handed chop. Boy, I'll tell you. These guys, some kind of work on you. And now, sitting on the spine, he chin locks Dundee and raises it straight up. Dundee never got to complete it. Double teamed again with Onita and Fuchi. Pressure point, Fuchi on Dundee. As Billy trying to get away again, but he can't as Fuchi grabs him. Yamamoto in the corner of the Japanese team. Green Machine trying to get the crowd stirred up and behind Billy to help him up. Dundee to his feet. Pressure point from Fuchi. Onita grabs him as Dundee flips him. Billy trying to get away. The referee having trouble with Onita. Fuchi goes back after Dundee. They kept him out of that corner. Ooh, and almost a 3 count. And again, Onita is the referee, and there's the tag on the Dream. He made it. The Dream Machine coming in, and not 1 second too soon. Waist locks him in that bear hug. Dundee trying to help him out. The Dream. Looked like he was loading up the helmet. Dundee coming with a flying press. Onita got out of the way. He hit referee Jerry Calhoun. Tojo comes up out of the chair. Dream trying to help Onita. Throws him over the rope. As he goes back to Fuchi, Yamamoto fires something. The referee staggering around. Dundee not up. Count of 1, 2, 3. Got him. 18:05, and we are going to have some new Southern Tag Champions. The Japanese team of Mr. Onita and Masa Fuchi with the aid of Tojo Yamamoto.
Yeah, that's the way it went. New Southern Tag Champions, a force to be reckoned with. Tojo Yamamoto's control is going to be some measure of it, too. We got more action. We're going to be back in just a moment.
Of time match coming up. This one goes till there's no more time left. Then the team that has the most falls to their credit when the time expires win the match. Introducing at a total weight of 498 pounds with their new manager, Jimmy Hart. From Turkey, the Turk, and from Mexico City, El Toro. Going against them, 484 pounds. From Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee. His partner, the Dream Machine. This one to the expiration of time. Your referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Woogie! All the jackets and the jumpsuits and the whole bit coming off here. We're going to get down for some action. Expiration of time. The big Turk and El Toro. No decision yet on who will be starting there. Dundee across the way as the Dream is on the outside, and he is ready. Always sitting on ready. El Toro starting out, and here we go. First ball of action in here, and it may be the only ball of action. We'll just have to see. As Dundee starts it out with El Toro, and Billy jerks him into a standing side headlock. He's whipped off into the ropes and a big shoulder. Side mares. Dundee takes him over. There's a tag, legal that time. Dundee banging away, and he's picked up. What a solid build this Turk has. Man, he's thick through the chest.
Both of them built rather solidly, but boy, this Turk, he's short, but he's solid. He's body slammed by the Dream Machine.
Whip. The Dream is boogieing. He's off and running in there. And still set a great pace, and he's continuing. There's a tag out to Dundee. Jimmy Hart moaning about all the hair pulling. Look at that drop kick. A beauty. Body slam. Dundee pounds him down.
Great teamwork and timing by Dream and Dundee on the drop kick by Bill.
Toro takes the tag, comes in. Dundee meets it head on, and boy, he's busted him. Referee gives him a warning. Oh. Boy, you can not only hear it, you can feel it all the way over here. Turk got him from behind and put Dundee down. Billy fighting his way up. Fires him into the corner. The Turk puts him down and comes in after the tag. Woo. Jimmy Hart thrilled with the activity of his new charges, Turk and El Toro. Jimmy, sit down. Cover by Dundee, but he gets a 1 count only. Goes to the corner, makes a tag. Big Dream and a drop kick from the big guy. Straight up in the air. Body slam. Boy, tag action just gets tougher and tougher, Dave. There's so many rugged teams around. Dundee with a sleeper hold. Working on the Turk. He's taking him down. Turk a long way from being out of it, though. Here comes El Toro. Despite the referee's objections, he came in and at least kicked Dundee off and then went out.
El Toro was watching intently from the corner in case Turk could break it himself, but when he couldn't, El Toro stepped in there and pounded Dundee. We're 3.5 minutes in, 3.5 minutes gone in this first fall of an expiration of time match.
Referee Jerry Calhoun having quite a time with El Toro, making him get back into the corner. Woo! And Billy went down. It's Turk.
Boy, Dundee's been hit like that twice in the match already.
Man. Turk picks it up. Jimmy Hart over hollering about the Dream Machine, not looking so happy. You remember, of course, the Dream was under the managership of Jimmy Hart. So he had all the heart that he could take. Now Bill Dundee, too far away from the Dream. He needs to get a tag on him. Toro stomping and romping, and he bangs Dundee, does the Turk. As he took the tag and came in, misses the stomp, and Dundee, big shoulder, right across the ring, tags the Dream. Here comes the big guy.
We're 4 minutes, 45 seconds into the action. 4:45.
And the Turk slows the Dream down and makes a tag to El Toro. Tag out on Dundee from the Dream. Back across the way, Toro tags Turk. Turk comes running on him, takes a drop kick from Dundee. Action has just been furious ever since that opening bell. Really been going at it. Big drop kick from Billy, and he puts the big guy down. There's a cover. 2, but he can't make the third one. Drops down on him. 1, 2. Dream comes in. Gets the foot on the back of the Turk and gets him off. Dundee whips him. Going for the abdominal stretch. Hard on a guy this thick.
Too close to the corner. El Toro easily steps in to break it up. 6 minutes gone. 6 minutes. Boy, Hart is all the way around that ring.
He's coming after Dundee. Got him from behind while he was down, and now it's Dundee and Hart.
Ring the bell. Referee wants the bell.
Eddie Marlin coming out as Dundee and Hart. Disqualification on Hart. Yeah, for getting out of that chair. They're all over the floor, Dave. Look out. The Dream and El Toro, Dundee and the Turk with Jimmy Hart cheerleading, trying to get his boys out of there. And there they go. So the first fall of action is going to go to Dundee and the Dream by disqualification because of Hart getting out of it.
Yeah, he was all the way around the ring there when he nailed Dundee, who was out on the floor. 6:21 was the time on it.
6 minutes, 21 seconds, and the fall goes to Dundee and the Dream Machine. We're going to check our time, see whether we have any left. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, plenty of action yet to come here on Wave Country's Championship Wrestling. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens. Son of a gun, I want to tell you, we got plenty of action coming up there. 2 bouts I do want to mention. We've already mentioned the special added match when Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee go against the Turk and El Toro. That's one that I think you understand a whole lot better now with Jimmy Hart at ringside. And there's another one, and that's a Southern Heavyweight Championship match when Dutch Mantell from Oil Trough, Texas will be challenging Jerry the King Lawler for the big one, the Southern Heavyweight title.
Well, first of all, Lance, I prefer to do my talking within the square circle within the ring, and I think maybe Jerry Lawler may be taking this match just a little bit too lightly. But let me assure you one thing, King. I'm not going to take it lightly, and when you step in the ring with me, it's not going to be a lightly taken matter on my part, because it could be very easily I could walk out of that ring the Southern Heavyweight Champion, and that's exactly what I intended to do.
You heard from Dirty Dutch, former co-holder of the World Tag Team Championship title, Jimmy Hart.
Come on, man.
Got him a new team, the Turk and El Toro. By golly, they've added that match in there where Dundee and Lawler are back together.
That's right, man. You know, he didn't keep the old Dream Machine by him too long, did he? Because he is dead weight. You know, we got Jerry Lawler's undivided attention, didn't we? Did you see him in the ring? Didn't that look beautiful? Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at Jimmy Hart's brand new Southern Heavyweight Champions, and I'll guarantee you that before it's over, they will be. And you know what? I kind of like what you said about Dutch, only except different. He is a Southern Heavyweight Champion because he's going to kick Lawler's teeth out. I doubt if he'll even make it to the main event or not. But Lawler, please, bring anything you want to bring. Be the old king, because you are the old king. Jimmy Hart is the future, baby. You are the past. The Turk and El Toro are the greatest professional athletes, along with Dirty Dutch Mantell, I've ever handled in my career. And I'm telling you that, baby. So come and get us, brother.
Don't worry. He'll be out there to get them and get these two big gentlemen, too, and all of them. When Dundee and Lawler go against these guys, and you'll see it all Tuesday night. Boy, this is one of these days where I wish we had
another hour to go with that match. Wasn't that a super
kind
match?
of battle. Only time for one fall, though.
Yeah,
Jerry
that's right.
Lawler and Koko Ware won their match by disqualification over the Bounty Hunters when Jimmy Kent, the Bounty Hunters manager, was disqualified. Mr. Onita and Masa Fuchi defeating Ron Sexton and David Price. This one went 2 minutes, 51 seconds. And then the Turk and El Toro against the superstar Bill Dundee and the Dream Machine. Boy, they came out here battling from the open bell. It went that way for over 6 minutes, but Jimmy Hart, the new manager of the Turk and El Toro, got himself disqualified when he jumped Bill Dundee on the floor. So Dundee and the Dream Machine are the winners of the match. Only one fall, but that's the way she goes in the record books as a win.
I tell you what, Dave, going all the way back to the beginning of the show, the folks who missed it missed a classic. I want to save that Jimmy Hart performance about how sorry and contrite
with
he
the
was.
tears and all that.
Yeah, really. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell, next week. Bye-bye.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of championship wrestling.